Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here, and yesterday we talked about a bug out ammo can and the type of box full of ammo and what type of ammo that I personally would carry with me if I had to bug out, not in this situation that we're in currently, but in a future situation where you might have to bug out. And I figured while we're on that topic, I would show off the guns that I personally would use as bug out guns, because some people might not know what guns do you consider to be bug out guns and why this gun and why that gun and all this. So we're going to talk about that, so let's get started. Alright guys, the number one gun that I would take with me if I had to bug out, and this is going to confuse some of you and not understand why I would choose this, but it would be my Maverick 88 12 gauge shotgun with the 20-inch barrel and the 7-round capacity. The reason I would choose this gun over any other gun to be my number one gun to take with me is because this is my home defense gun. It is always, always, always ready to go. I have 7 rounds in the tube. I have 6 extra rounds on the side, and it's always in the corner, always ready to go. So I always have a gun ready to go. Now currently in this current coronavirus situation, I have lots of other guns ready to go, and I can grab those as well, but this is the number one gun that is always ready to go no matter what. And if I don't even have time to grab my ammo or any other guns, if I just have to grab something and go, this is the number one thing that I would grab as far as guns and ammunition go. So that's why I choose that. Alright, and the next guns that I would take if I had to bug out, and when I say I mean like me, my family, possibly my girlfriend, depending on the situation, I would take 2 or more, but at least 2 of my P-Series pistols. Now I have a P95 DC and a P89 right here. These are currently my 2 pistols that are ready to go for the coronavirus pandemic. If anybody decides they're going to break into this house, these are 2 pistols that I have loaded and ready to go. So these are just the 2 that I put in the video, but I have several. I have several P89s, and I have a P85 and a P94. All in 9mm, all would make great options. It just kind of depends on what is most readily available, and if something is already if something's already loaded and ready to go at the time. So these are the 2 that I currently have, and if I had to bug out right now, these would be the 2 that I would take. And in the future, if I had to bug out, chances are I would bug out to the farm, which is a piece of property that my family owns. It's about an hour away from here. So if I were to bug out there in the future, and I have guns also stored there, which I'll talk about in another video, I also would probably keep this gun right here, which is another P89. So if I had to bug out, I would probably end up with at least 3 of my Ruger P-Series pistols. So I'll have 3 9mm handguns, and plus I keep several magazines, both with the guns and in my bug out ammo can. So I'll have lots of magazines to go with these guns and lots of ammunition as well. So that is the second gun or guns that I would use to bug out with. Alright, and the third type of gun that I would take is I would take one of my ARs, and specifically I would take my AR with the 16-inch barrel and the mid-length gas system, just because I think it's, out of the 3 ARs I have, it's the best option. So it's the lightest option as far as a rifle. It has a full-length stock that you can use. I also have a AR pistol, but it shoots 300 blackout. I want something in 223-5.56. So this is kind of the best all-around option in my current situation. I have several magazines. I keep several of them loaded at this point in time. So I got lots of magazines ready to go. And some people on one of my other videos asked me, what about my Mini 14s, because I'm a Mini 14 guy. And I do still have my Mini 14s, and one of them would, I think, make a better option than this with its current setup, but I don't have the trigger time on it. So I have trigger time on this. I got trigger time on my other ARs and one of my Mini 14s, but I probably wouldn't take that Mini 14 because of its wood stock and it'd get all tore up and everything. My other Mini 14 with the scope on it actually has you can use scope or iron sights, but I don't have any trigger time on it, so I wouldn't take that because I don't have trigger time on it. If you don't have trigger time on a gun, don't take it because it could malfunction on you. You don't know. It could be a lemon. The sights could be off. The scope could be off. So you don't want to run that risk. You want something that you have trigger time on and that you know is accurate and reliable. So that's why I would take this particular AR-15 with me. Alright, and the final gun or gun category that I would take with me if I had to bug out would be this Ruger 1022. Now this actually isn't my 1022, this is my girlfriend's. And you may ask yourself, you know, redneck, why would you use your girlfriend's and leave your girlfriend unarmed? Well, I kept this gun at my house after I gave it to her for Christmas for a couple reasons. And I won't go through those here, but I currently have her rifle, and she does have another rifle and other guns in her house, so she's not unarmed. And I kind of go against what I said with my last gun choice with the fact that I don't have any trigger time on this yet, but that can very easily be done because I have all kinds of 22, and if I have to bug out, go to the farm, I have all kinds of 22 that I can get some trigger time on this and get this accurate with. The reason I would go with this gun over any of my other 22s is because I have use of a scope and iron sights with this specific setup. And the reason for a 22 is survival. If you need food, you can use a 22 to hunt squirrels, rabbits, and other small game, things that you may not even think to hunt when you're needing to survive, when you need food to survive. So obviously you want to cook whatever you kill. Make sure you kill off any thing that could harm you. But this, I think, out of my 22 collection would be the best option for a 22. I'm more of a Marlin guy. I like my Model 60s, my Model 795, and all those guns that I have. None of them have a scope and iron sight use. So I thought this would be the best option. And, you know, if my girlfriend lets me take it, or if she comes with us, then she would obviously not have a problem with it. But anyway, that is the 22 that I would use, and that is all the guns that I would personally use if I had to bug out. So, and of course, like I said, this isn't me, this is my family, possibly my girlfriend, or you know, whoever else has to bug out with me, but primarily me and my family. And these are all the guns that I would use. And in my next video, I'm going to talk about guns that if I did bug out to the farm and I was storing guns out there, which guns I would have out there. So we'll talk about that in the next video. Subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.